Merry meet and welcome. Welcome to the realms of mysticism, the occult, and magic, where your possibilities are only limited by your imagination. Welcome to the Witch's Cauldron and discover the knowledge you seek. Gather round the cauldron and even stay for a spell. Brightest blessings to you. Merry meet and welcome to the Witch's Cauldron. My name's Paula. Today I want to do a video on what the grand conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn will mean for each one of the zodiac signs. So let's just put this in perspective. The grand conjunctions have been in earth signs for quite a while now. And as we move into a series in the air signs for the next 150 years, okay? This kind of shifting energy will have effects on, our abilities to think about different ways of doing things, being more environmentally conscious, more socially aware, social justice issues, things like that. And that's where the focus is going to go. So, and that's general energies. I have a video out already that goes into more detail. I will link it down below and in the eye here so that you go and watch that video for the general overall effect and shift in energy with the grand conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius. Okay, so first one up, Aries. Okay, the grand conjunction will be occurring in your 11th house. Okay, so you're going to be saying goodbye to like being solo and move toward interacting with others who share your ideals. Okay, this can be in the form of activism or plant-based medicines, herbalism, technology startups, whatever stimulates your higher consciousness is going to be right up your alley. Okay, recognize though that great minds don't always think alike. Aries, you can be a little hard-headed, but learn to welcome the noise of the voices as long as they are coming from people who are free thinkers, who are throwing ideas out, who might have a different perspective, that your energies and your thoughts could become symbiotic, okay? If you're already part of like an environmental group or something like that, you could be placed in a more prominent role. You will tend to be the organizer and not the mouthpiece. You don't want to be the figurehead out front, okay? You are going to be the glue that holds the group together, okay? Taurus. Jupiter and Saturn will be giving your 10th house of career kind of a kick in the pants, okay? You will make big strides in your professional life. And even in this, this economy, all right? You might find employment with an international firm or, or working by, virtual office by webcam with colleagues and workers in other time zones, etc. It's also going to be a time for bringing maturity and wisdom so that you can heal some old pain, especially concerning your father figure or the masculine figure that, or masculine energy that was involved, you know, when you were growing up. It's a call to celebrate the divine masculine. That is the healthy expression of male energy that lets go of things like domination and force, okay? The father can be a healing energy and a nurturing energy just as well as the female mother energies are, okay? The dad doesn't always have to be the disciplinarian, all right? Make a point of surrounding yourself with folks that you admire and respect, okay? They will become your allies in 2021, all right? It's also a time for you to begin discussions about your future, and are your goals aligned with the important people in your life, okay? If you've got an adventure on your bucket list, why not do it? Especially if some of your people around you have that same item on their bucket list, right? You may even consider relocating and pulling up stakes and starting a whole brand new life and a whole brand new career somewhere else. Gemini. The conjunction will be in your 9th house of expansion, okay? And this will be expansion of the higher mind and expansion of adventure, okay? You could relocate to a new city. You could be, you know, taking a trip in an RV for a project. Who knows, okay? Jupiter is at home in your 9th house, okay? So you're going to get a little bit of hedonistic, throw caution to the wind vibes near the solstice, okay? And it can be a powerful moment for taking decisive action about your dreams, Gemini. Saturn may restrain your appetite a little bit, but it also gives you stamina for the long run. One of your what you may have considered a wild-ass idea might actually gain some traction, okay? If you dream of going big, you're gonna have to back it up, okay, with action to be able to turn your vision into reality. From the grand conjunction, impossible won't be part of your vocabulary anymore, okay? Cancer. The grand conjunction is going to be telling you, why, yes, I can have it all. I can have a job. I can have a family. I can have everything that I want, okay? I often say that my picker was broke somewhere along the line. I'm a Leo, okay? My picker of partners is broke. And Cancer, for you, this alignment is going to be allow you to fine-tune your picker. And it's going to guide you to relationships, not only love relationships, but stable friendships, or even family that's not really your family connection. And it will give you security, okay? But it's also going to give you that rush and that thrill factor too. You might even have someone who is everything and all that and a bag of chips that comes into your life around the solstice. Jupiter is, out there teasing you with some kind of grand erotic adventure, but Saturn makes you kind of keep your ground and you're stable, okay? When you find that person, You want to be with them forever, okay? And if you're feeling love, you could make it more permanent, okay? It could, if you're already attached to someone and in a committed relationship, it can make you have like another honeymoon period where everything just, clicks, okay? But if you're not really feeling it, it can herald a breakup, okay? Right now for you, it's all or nothing, all right? You are going to be laser focused from this conjunction. And you could even be so wrapped up in a project or something, that you're working on that requires your complete attention to detail, and your partner might suffer for it. So don't forget, financial investments have the potential to pay off well right now. And if you're like a small business and you've been thinking about looking for investors to help your business grow, this could be the time to put out feelers, okay? You could, get that influx of capital. You could write a book and get a deal to have it published. Something like that. You may formalize some sort of business relationship that will give you access to additional resources, okay? Leo. Damn, Leo. We have been in the shit the last year, seriously. And in the double shit toward the end of this year. And the Great Conjunction happens in our 7th house of relationships, okay? There could be someone who is worthy of you coming that deserves to sit on that throne right next to you, okay? You will, as a couple, will blend excitement and stability, okay? If you're already in a committed relationship, hallelujah, okay? It's going to spur you to journey with your partner and could lead you far abroad, okay? If you're single, it could also, this same energy could put someone from a long distance relationship into your house of relationships, okay? They could bring someone into you with that aren't, the person next door, that it would be a long distance thing. You have to remember that to Leos, chemistry is everything, all right? It could be that it's worth the distance and the time zones to keep this going to you, if that chemistry is there. One thing we need to do, Leos, is to give up our relationship projects, because we seem to, we love to rescue those that we think need it. We need, me included, to give up those project or rescue relationships. You need to find a partner that's ready to be royal and loyal right now, okay? If you are a Leo that is already attached, your relationship could get like a kick where you're like rediscovering each other, okay? If you are in a committed relationship and not yet married, this could be the portent of, like planning a wedding, or if you've planning a family together, buying a house together, relocating together. When you're with the right one, whatever you do, you will your love will grow that much stronger. Okay. So Virgos, the Great Conjunction will be in your 6th house. And this is your wake-up call to take better care of yourself and to find a healthier work-life balance. Okay. If you neglect your physicality, you have to focus on it now. Try to reduce stress. Ask for help. And for God's sakes, Virgo, allow people to help you. I always said I loved having people as a supervisor. I loved having people who were Virgos on my team. You know, I was a Leo. I was full of all kinds of great ideas. Hand them off to a Virgo. They will make them happen. They will put that plan in action. They will develop that plan. They will get every step mapped out, and they will watch every single detail while my little, fiery brain is out here thinking on a different stratosphere. The Virgos were there, making sure everything got done and making the team look good. So treat your body as the temple that it is, Virgo. You need to focus on your health, okay? This conjunction, Saturn will give you the discipline to do it, and Jupiter will give you the kick in the ass that you need to get up and make it happen, okay? If you've fallen off the body beautification program, this conjunction will help get you back on track, okay? At work, Virgo, it will help you put new systems in place that may be more efficient, giving you more time for yourself and keep you from burning out, okay? If you're a Virgo, expect to work with, contracts or contractors from all over the world. There's a big, more global perspective going on right now. So don't forget yourself in this global perspective, and remember to the caretakers need to take care of themselves before they can take care of other people. Remember that, Virgo. Libra. You're going to come out of, you have been enjoying the home, okay? You've been very home focused. And this is the time for you to come out with your party hat on and get out there and get back in the game, okay? It's going to power up your 5th house, and that's going to be putting, true romance, everything right there. Put your party hat on and go out. If you're single, there may be a cross-cultural person that's going to be too enticing and too potent for you to ignore. You could find somebody, throw out that soulmate list you've made 100 different times, because you may be limiting yourself by thinking to that and miss a cross-cultural connection, okay? You might miss that larger worldview relationship. Now, since you've been kind of home-focused here lately, Libra, and now it's time you've been doing the yoga pants, sweatpants, spandex thing, and now it's time to get back. You like dressing up, okay? You like being, looking good, feeling good. and get out of your comfy fleece onesie that you wear around the house and let your light shine. Let your, put on that sequin jacket and just go out and sparkle, okay? In the creative department, you're going to have a big expansion, okay? It's like you will have so many ideas and creative ideas that are going to be really on point, that if you are into, like, say, designing jewelry or some other kind of creative outlet, you might try selling what you're producing. Like if you've been doing it for yourself, just for grins and giggles, or family, and giving it away, try turning it into a business, because you will probably be very successful at it. If you are already in a committed relationship, Libra, that relationship can deepen even further. If you are looking, somebody that you've been looking for can come there through, but you may be the one that will have to take the bold step to initiate something, okay? And Libra, you don't usually like to be the one to take that first step. You like them to come to you. Scorpio. The grand conjunction will be in your 4th house of home and family, okay? You need your space to feel like your sanctuary, whether it's, and it's not necessarily like your physical space. It can be your inner happy place, okay? And there is a focus on taking a look at what you thought domestic bliss looked like, and then seeing if you might need to change your focus a little bit. Maybe you decide to stay in the home you've been in for years. You may decide to sell. Focus, you might turn the focus on your body. And I'm not saying like your physical appearance, but your wellness. And that includes your spiritual wellness. And remember that spiritual sanctuary that you like, your happy place, goes with you wherever you go. And this is all about influencing your inner world, not necessarily, the 4 walls around you, okay? It would be very beneficial for you to get into a routine meditation or sacred breath practice, or even both of them, where you have the ability to then kind of still your mind and filter out the chaos that may be flowing all around you. You may have to make decisions about family, financial security, and things of those nature are going to be a big focus for you, Scorpio, from the grand conjunction. You could feel very melancholy this time, because stop and think that Saturn rules time and history. So you may become like, oh my gosh, my life is just passing me by and I haven't done X, Y, and Z. Or it could make you, look back like to your childhood and those memories, especially if, your family members have passed away, and make you more focused on nostalgia. And it gives you even more reason to cherish those moments looking back in retrospective, okay? You could also think about starting a home-based business because it would probably bring you a lot of success. There's also Scorpio, a like an energy that businesses or endeavors that would benefit women could also make things kind of like take the fast track and accelerate things in your life. Sagittarius. Your ruling planet is Jupiter. And Jupiter and Saturn are in your third house of communication, okay? And 2 will be your magic number for a little while. Make sure everything that you do is done in writing and you have all the details worked out. No handshake deals, okay? Have everything looked over, like business-wise, by an attorney. And it may even require, negotiation back and forth in a business deal or like selling a home or anything like that. This isn't just for, this is for your own self-protection, okay? Don't take somebody's word, okay, because you value your word doesn't mean that someone else values their word and their commitment, okay? Make sure, like if you are some type of creator or even in your regular business dealings, make sure that your rights are protected, okay? Make sure that you protect like intellectual property. Even, okay, if your business partner may be a family member or a very close friend, all right? Or your domestic partner, okay? An existing partnership can reach a crossroads during this time. So you will be torn between Jupiter leading you to a new shared future, or will you go the way of Saturn and slow things down and sit back and watch and take things in and be more prudent before you act? Or is it somewhere in between, right? One involves taking a risk, but make sure you have planned what comes next for you, okay, in case things completely fall apart. This also might be an opportunity for you to step into the limelight as a teacher or something like that, or having sharing your knowledge in some kind of area of expertise that you are passionate about. Okay. Capricorn, money is going to be on your mind because it's Jupiter and Saturn will be in your second house of values and finances. Okay. If you've been building a steady foundation without sacrificing your ethics, this grand conjunction could bring you a big windfall, okay? Because Jupiter just blows everything it touches up. I mean, it amplifies it. Saturn is the karma planet, okay? And that can bring stability and success for long-term goals and long-term missions. If you've taken shortcuts, the faults will come up and you're going to have to do some repair work, all right? Damage control could be a waste of your time and resources. It's better to just do it right the first time and up front and stick to the rules than it is to take a shortcut, okay? if you are self-employed and your business has taken a major hit during this, you might want to consider doing some part-time, taking a part-time job just to bridge the gap until things pick back up with that, business of yours, your home run business or your own personal business that you own. This could also be the impetus for you to think about investors or crowdfunding, or even finding an angel investor to help you bring your business to fruition. Okay. But make sure you do the work. Okay. It could be worth the risk, but make sure you dot those I's and cross those T's. Okay. Aquarius. The great conjunction is going to be in your sign. Okay. And you're ready to just break out. Okay. It's going to give you the courage you need to take a leap of faith. Okay. For things that you have been thinking about for like the last couple of years, whether you're starting or closing down a business, moving to a new city, ending a relationship, starting a relationship, all of that. With Saturn in the picture, it's going to make you think about scale. How big or how small can you handle things? Okay. Saturn could also help you attract investors for your big idea. Something like that. Or maybe you'll come up with an out-of-the-box way of thinking about revenue generation that will fuel your ideas. Okay. This is time for you to do a spiritual relax and release. Okay. But don't let your mind go completely mush. Okay. The conjunction is going to be in your 12th house of dreams. Okay. And it's in your house of like esoteric thinking. Okay. Keep like an inspiration notebook to write down things that might come to you in the middle of the night. Jupiter and Saturn can make a plan that you just had the basic framework for come to fruition and flesh it out. Okay. It could make something tangible and big happen. Okay. There's also, Jupiter also puts a focus on higher education, and Saturn puts a focus on long-term planning. So maybe you want to get certified for one of your talents. Okay. It also is going to get you to look at what no longer serves you. Where is closure needed? Where do you need to give forgiveness, including forgiving yourself for something? Is there a relationship or a job or a habit that has just run its course? And this could be a relationship that is a love relationship or a friendship or a business partnership, anything, any type of relationship. You may find that you need to shed some of these dead weights that have been hanging around you. Okay. It's going to take a lot of intestinal fortitude, okay, as I call it, to do this. Okay. But you almost need to think about it like this. Okay. During the winter, seeds are dormant, right? They fell when everything went to seed. In the fall, they've wiggled their way under the ground, got, leaves and dirt put on top of them, and they're just sitting there until the sun warms them and makes them germinate and grow. And this time is almost like an astrological winter for you. This is a time for you to really stop and think and assess what you're spending your time on and where to focus your efforts. Because if you pare back and get rid of the things that and relationships that no longer serve you, things that are important to you may then have the sunshine to make them bear fruit. Okay? Tie up loose ends, and this phase for you is going to last about 10 years or so. Okay, so this is going to be you really taking a look at things and not holding on to things that do not serve you and don't feed your soul, don't make you strive to be a better person. Okay.
Hey guys, it's Paula. I realized in the editing process that I completely forgot to record Pisces. So, for all my Pisces folks out there, I'm sorry, but we're going to get it right now.
Conjunction will affect your 12th house. And this is a time where you're going to have a heightened state of inspiration. You're going to be able to pull, like almost pull brilliant ideas out of thin air. Um, you could notice a lot more daydreaming or lucid dreaming, or to have visions come to you more in your sleep. Um, and one of the visions that you have, like one of your woo woo that is so out there that you think would never have a chance in the world, might actually take hold. Um, Now, Jupiter rules higher education, and Saturn gives you long range planning skills. You may want to think about signing up for some kind of formal study in a um, area that you are attracted to, or it might inspire you to develop a curriculum and teach others about something that you have mastered. Um, Pisces, if you are hanging on to something that no longer serves you, it can be a grudge, a relationship. This is your time to leave the past in the past. Either give forgiveness or let it go, because it's not serving you anymore. You will experience a, a really incredible time of growth. It may take like a year or so for the seeds that you plant now to really start bearing fruit. So don't get impatient. Your big focus until for the next year or so is going to be doing your own internal work and making amends. This may be a good time for you to embrace doing some shadow work, and really take a hard look at what makes you and come to terms with things that you possibly have not processed or fully dealt with in your past. Okay, you will be able to heal, even though the process may be very, very painful at the time that you're going through it. Okay. And in particular, Pisces, look for patterns throughout your lifetime, patterns of actions, or attractions to certain kinds of people who end up being toxic in your life in the long run. I am a famous fixer, so this could be a time for you to realize, what things have helped make you, but what lessons have you learned through those experiences? And what lessons are you meant to learn to stop repeating toxic behaviors? Okay. So, with that, that's it, Pisces. And now back to the regular end of the video. With that, my friends, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up. Consider joining the channel memberships. There's the video link in the description box. As I always say, my friends, merry we did meet, merry we will part until we merry meet again. Be well and walk in love and light, everybody. Bye.